What do a Hollywood mansion, a hidden underground tunnel, and a slew of dark accusations all have in common? Sean Diddy Combs. Is there something sinister hiding in Hollywood? And how do his famous connections and disturbing allegations fit into this? You'll want to stay until the end, because this story just gets darker the deeper you go. Today, we're peeling back the layers on one of the biggest scandals of the year, a federal investigation that led the FBI to uncover shocking secrets buried, quite literally, beneath Diddy's luxurious Los Angeles mansion. Let's take a step back and really understand who we're dealing with. Sean Diddy Combs, also known as Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, and just Diddy, isn't just a music mogul. He's a cultural icon, a fashion entrepreneur, and a man who turned his life story into a rags-to-riches legend. From the streets of Harlem to the top of the Forbes list, Diddy has always been seen as a self-made success, inspiring millions along the way. He built an empire that stretches far beyond music, fashion, vodka, television production, and let's not forget his role in launching the careers of other artists. But recently, that empire has come under fire. On September 16, 2023, Diddy was arrested on charges that read like a Hollywood thriller. For fans and followers, it was a shocking blow to see someone so influential fall so spectacularly. But this wasn't the end of it. Far from it. Authorities conducted multiple raids at properties linked to Diddy, ultimately uncovering something no one saw coming: a hidden underground tunnel in his Los Angeles estate. That's right, an underground tunnel, buried in one of Hollywood's glitziest neighborhoods.
Law enforcement sources are telling ABC News that right now authorities are carrying out searches at properties associated with P. Diddy. This is all part of a federal investigation into human trafficking. They also say that this investigation has been ongoing now for several months.
So, what exactly did law enforcement find? According to sources, when authorities received an anonymous tip, they didn't just drop by for a routine check. This was a full-blown investigation. Agents arrived at Diddy's estate, and despite attempts by his staff to keep them out, they went straight to the source: his bedroom. And it was in this bedroom that agents reportedly found a concealed entrance to an underground tunnel, a literal passageway beneath Diddy's home. The details? Allegedly, it leads to an underwater swimming area and a private grotto. This isn't just some eccentric billionaire's hideaway. It's practically a hidden realm beneath the hills of Los Angeles. And if you're thinking, why would anyone have an underground tunnel? Then let me remind you, this is Hollywood, the land of secrets, hidden rooms, and exclusive gatherings that keep the public locked out. Remember the stories about the Playboy Mansion? The whispers about Hugh Hefner's infamous mansion having secret passageways that connected to other celebrity homes? And, of course, the rumors about Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch? Well, Diddy's mansion seems to have joined the ranks. So here's where the speculation begins. Why would someone like Diddy need an underground tunnel? And what, or who, might have been using it? Theories abound, and the possibilities range from quirky architectural choice to, well, let's just say, far darker suspicions. The tunnel is only one part of this twisted story. The real shockwaves came from the allegations themselves. It all started when one person spoke out: Cassie, a singer and model who dated Diddy for over a decade. For years, she was at his side, but according to her, it was a nightmare behind closed doors. In her lawsuit, Cassie describes a relationship that wasn't glamorous. It was oppressive and traumatic. She alleges that Diddy didn't just physically assault her, but took control of her entire life, using drugs and manipulation to keep her compliant. Imagine being 19 years old, thrown into a world of fame and excess, only to find yourself unable to escape. In her words, "He controlled every part of my life." She describes how he would force her into wild situations, some involving other men, and that he made sure she was constantly under his influence. Cassie's story is disturbing enough on its own, but her lawsuit opened the floodgates. After she spoke out, over 120 other alleged victims came forward, with accusations ranging from abuse, assault, to disturbing accounts of being drugged at Hollywood parties. These accusations don't stop with Cassie. There are claims that Diddy hosted what he called freak-offs, wild gatherings that go far beyond what you'd consider a typical Hollywood party. Allegedly, these events were places where boundaries didn't exist, and Diddy's power allowed him to create environments that were deeply unsafe for many. One victim even described a scene where she felt physically exposed and vulnerable, saying,
I realized that I'm in the studio with Diddy and Kanye, and they're both off their shit. And there's 3 other men, an executive that works with Kanye, his engineer, and his cousin, and me. Alone. Kanye and Diddy have realized that I'm the only girl in the room. And they're like out of their minds. And they start coming towards me and they're like, don't you want to take your clothes off? Like, it's so hot in here. And I'm like, no, fine. I'm fine like this. And they're like, come on, like, it's just us. Like, we're all just friends. Like, let us just, like, see, like, how you look. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine. And, like, I still haven't gotten scared yet, you know? Like, I'm still, like, this is a bad situation. I'm creeped out, but, like, there's no reason to panic. There's other men here. And they're coming towards me more, and they're trying to, like, take my clothes off. And I'm like, at that point where I'm like, this is not good. But I'm, like, still trying to, like, play it off. Just, like, stop, you guys are stupid, like, get out of here, like, don't touch me. And I start to get a little bit apprehensive because I'm pretty much like backed up against the wall. Like, there's only one exit and I'm pressed up against this door. And I'm still not completely terrified yet, but I'm like, you guys stop, like, stop. And they're getting to the point where they have, like, ripped my shirt off. And like, I'm, like, almost fully exposed at this point. And they're both coming at me, and I'm like, you guys, like, seriously, this isn't funny anymore. And I was like, oh, shit. No one's saving me tonight. No one's gonna do anything. No one's gonna do anything. And that's when I was truly scared.
Stories like these paint a chilling picture of the entertainment industry's dark side, where privacy and power collide. Many are now wondering, was Diddy's tunnel simply a quirky design choice? Or was it meant to hide disturbing secrets? The accusations against Diddy don't exist in a vacuum. They open up a whole new set of questions about Hollywood's inner circle. For years, there have been whispers of a secret network, a kind of underground club that operates in plain sight, giving powerful people the chance to live by their own rules. Think about it. We've seen this in cases involving powerful figures like Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein. Now, with these accusations, Diddy's name is being linked to this alleged dark side of fame. Let's take a closer look. Diddy's social life has always revolved around the who's who of the entertainment industry. He's been at the same parties as music giants, fashion icons, and Hollywood's top brass. Over the years, he's cultivated friendships that span industries and continents. But here's the thing. Some are now asking if these connections, these friendships, were based on something darker. For those familiar with Hollywood's patterns, this sounds like a tale we've heard before. Think about the alleged underground passageways found at famous places like the Playboy Mansion, passageways rumored to connect to other celebrity homes. They were designed to allow high-profile figures to visit one another out of sight, bypassing prying eyes and paparazzi. These tunnels are a symbol, really, a physical manifestation of the hidden life of Hollywood, where secrecy and power go hand in hand. And now, Diddy's mansion, with its own hidden tunnel, has raised even more eyebrows. Imagine an entire world right below the surface, where powerful individuals can gather away from public scrutiny. Some believe Diddy's tunnel wasn't merely a design choice, but a gateway into an exclusive club, a network where influential people, possibly celebrities, politicians, and other high-profile figures, interact and indulge in activities shielded from the public eye. Of course, this isn't the first time Hollywood's inner circle has been accused of wielding its power and influence for secrecy. For decades, this secret network has allowed those in the know to exploit a system that keeps their identities safe, their names clear, and their actions concealed. This network is why powerful men have historically managed to operate in ways that evade accountability. Social media has become a platform for speculation, and people aren't holding back. Comments like, "Hollywood has always protected its own," and "How many people are being blackmailed into silence?" show that many believe Diddy's accusations go deeper than just one man's actions. Some even argue that Diddy's case could blow the lid off a culture of abuse within Hollywood's elite. Let's not forget that Hollywood's most notorious scandals have often involved figures from this so-called secret network, an inner circle that protects its own while covering up the indiscretions and crimes of those within it. From the notorious cases involving Epstein and Weinstein to others who've skirted accountability for years, it's becoming increasingly clear that Hollywood's power structure is built to protect itself. In Diddy's case, some speculate that his connections may have shielded him from scrutiny for years. After all, he's built strong ties across the industry, the same people who now have the most to lose if these allegations start connecting more dots. Could this be why so many accusations stayed buried for so long? Many are now asking, if Diddy's tunnel is only one piece of this puzzle, what else is hidden away? Some even wonder if other homes and properties in the Hollywood Hills could be concealing similar secrets, suggesting that this network might be more real than we think. Key fallout from these allegations is causing ripples throughout Hollywood, shaking the very foundation of an industry that has, for too long, been able to sweep scandals under the rug. The call for accountability has grown louder, and more people are asking, who else is part of this so-called network? And what other secrets are being kept from the public? Public reaction has been intense. People are no longer satisfied with apologies and payouts. They want transparency, accountability, and answers. As one Twitter user put it, how deep does this rabbit hole go? And that's the real question, isn't it? Could this tunnel be the key to a larger, far darker story within Hollywood? As more people come forward, and as the media begins to dig deeper, this could be the moment when Hollywood's secret network is exposed. The question now is, will those involved finally face the consequences? Or will the industry continue to protect its most powerful players? Only time will tell.
The rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors, yeah. I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that. That's what Diddy's lawyers, I think, said. It was like, that these are just trumped-up charges. Not trumped-up, I don't think they said that, but like bullshit charges.
Dude, when Homeland Security invades your house,
you got problems.
With dudes with fucking guns and body armor.
Someone said that they weren't there to take stuff. They were there to delete everything. Like the real people that were in there, you know.
Oh,
like
that's
the same
funny.
thing with Epstein.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's fun. Of course. There's layers upon layers.
But before we go too far down the rabbit hole, let's address some of the rumors. In fact, not all claims about this tunnel hold water. Fact checkers from Reuters dug into viral images supposedly showing Diddy's tunnel, and guess what? They're fake. It turns out the photos that went viral weren't even taken at Diddy's property. While some of the wilder theories might be false, there's still truth in the reports that Diddy's mansion did have a pool with an underwater swimming tunnel. So, while the rumors of a Playboy Mansion connection may not be true, the presence of hidden areas raises questions. This revelation doesn't absolve Diddy, though. There's still an underground tunnel, and given the dark accusations, even a hint of secrecy makes people wonder what really went on there. As the scandal grows, so does the public's demand for accountability. Many feel Hollywood has shielded its most powerful figures for too long, allowing them to act without consequences. One person on Twitter wrote, "If Diddy can't be held accountable, what hope is there for Hollywood to change?" Another added, 120 victims, and we're still waiting for real action. Enough is enough. This isn't just about Diddy anymore. It's a rallying cry against an industry that many feel has looked the other way. Diddy's career may never recover from this. Even if he manages to escape jail, his reputation might not withstand the blow. For someone who once held the world in his hands, it's a fall from grace that's hard to ignore. More importantly, Diddy's downfall could be a sign that Hollywood is finally being forced to confront its culture of silence. As more people come forward, we may be seeing the start of an era where even the most powerful are held accountable. What do you think? Are these tunnels just a part of Hollywood's eccentricities, or is there something darker lurking beneath? Let us know in the comments. And if you thought this was wild, stick around for our next video on your screen. Until next time, stay curious, because sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction.